Lies was a game I was extremely excited to play back when it was first announced. After getting the platinum for the game, I can honestly say this is one of my favorite platinums. Just a little side note, I did follow a guide to help with all the collectibles, but when it came to the bosses, I went in blind. The game starts off with you being inside of a train, and you get introduced to his voice named Sophia. She tells you to come down to the hotel.
Please come to Hotel Krot, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
Then the game introduces the belt mechanic. The belt is used for equipping items and gestures. I also picked up this little lamp. But then I was finally able to pick a combat style. And right here, I picked the balanced style.
Destination Hotel Krot. Recommend escaping from this location.
I then leave the train and here's my first encounter with an enemy. And here I get introduced with the attack buttons. It's funny because I literally played the demo and fell in love with the demo, bro. I can't wait to just fully dive into this game. I know it's gonna be a struggle, but I picked up this item, which are items that can recover health. I also then picked up a little blue fragment that introduced to the guard mechanic. Found the note and performed my first fatal blow, which gave me my first trophy. Fatal blow. Level a successful fatal attack. Alright. So I went through some doors and fought my first mini boss. First boss fight. I remember I was having a hard time on the demo with this one. Here is where the game introduces the real fighting mechanics such as staggering and the fatal attacks you saw earlier. Fatal attacks face a stagger enemy. Okay. You're done. Yes, sir. After taking him out, I got introduced to my first Stargazer. And my second trophy. Stargazer guy. Second trophy, Prairie Stargazer. And here's where you get introduced to Ergo, which is another word for XP.
Gather Ergo, clever one. This Stargazer will make you stronger.
Spent some of my precious Ergo, to level up. Got introduced to this unique ability called the Fable Arts. I picked up a crack time issue and got introduced to an attack called the Furry Attack. You know those attacks when the enemy glows red in most Souls-like games? Then came across a Stargazer, but next to the Stargazer was a merchant who I didn't buy 2 new weapons from. Behind the merchant was a little introduction to the parade puppet, someone who's about to be shown. But before I face off the boss, I did level up. Okay, my first boss fight. I'm kinda scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not ready. I don't think I completed the first boss fight in the demo. Was it the second? It was the second one. It's not hard. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm not accustomed to the boss fight yet. I thought to parry that, bro. I wanted to parry it. I wanted to parry it. I wanted to parry it, bro. I died so many times. After taking out the parade puppet, and Sophia tells us that the hotel doesn't allow any puppets inside, so I will have to lie in order to get inside the hotel.
Excludes puppets like you.
For the
So
races.
you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
For the races.
Welcome to the sanctuary of the Grand Covenant. Prove your identity. Who are you? Grand Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie.
First lie.
Welcome to Hotel Krat.
Tell a lie in front of hotel front entrance. So I finally have access to the hotel and finally get introduced to Sophia, and my goodness, good lord, is she gorgeous.
I am Sophia. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you.
Who's you?
You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans, and that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him.
The game also tells me that I can use Sophia to help me level up. She also gives me a pocket watch, which helps
Take
with
this
fast
pocket
travel.
watch. Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful, clever one.
I walked over to a woman behind Sophia and she gives me a Legion arm. Look around, I guess.
I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person, wow. You should take this. Geppetto left it with me.
Wow. And a Legion arm can be crafted and modded in different ways. That's a Legion arm, okay.
I am EUGENIE from the Workshop Union. I know my way around weapons of all kinds. I'm sure Master Geppetto would agree. If any of your weapons need work, bring them to me.
I also can come to her with any weapon upgrades I needed. Also inside the hotel was another puppet whose name was
My
Paladina.
name is Polendina, butler to Lady Antonia. Please let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat, comfort and calm walk hand in hand.
I can buy these things called quartz, which is something I discuss later. While in the hotel, I managed to find a landmark guide and got a chance to talk to
We
Antonio.
don't insist on reservations. I am Antonio, and this is my hotel. Welcome. Oh, I knew from the moment we met that you're Geppetto's puppet. He might have a few loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are undiminished. It's a shame. He took off for Elysian Boulevard, and he never came back. If it doesn't turn up soon, we'll have to make a new coffin. Oh, I forgot. I was keeping this for him. It comes with a long story. But I think it's better off with you. Please find that old man. And do take care of yourself out there.
But in the center of the hotel is a stargazer, and it can be used to teleport to different stargazers, switch Legion arms, or check even my storage. So I leave the hotel and search for Geppetto. This is where Gemini kind of introduces himself a little bit.
The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Found what you can call a star fragment. More on those later. I found another item that enhances puppet frames. Anyway, I make my way to a mini boss. Holy. Oh my god. I then make my way into an abandoned house, picked up a letter, picked up an amulet, read the Frozen Man letter, which got me an emote by doing so, and made my way to another stargazer. Now to my left was a merchant who I bought another weapon from. Went back to the hotel, leveled up, which I'm going to be doing a lot. Every time I reach a new stargaze, I'm going to come back to the hotel and level up. But I traveled back inside the house, picked up a landmark guide, found a dimensional butterfly, which they can drop useful items. Heard some crying by a window. She asked for our help if we could find the baby.
Took my baby from me and sent me here. Please go to Krat City Hall and bring me my baby.
Accept.
Thank you so much, kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again.
I drop down a ladder and I hear someone cough. This person asked for the same thing. They want us to go and look for someone.
Is that you, Murphy? If only we could play together like we used to.
I went back on the main path and fought a mini boss. He kills me? And after taking him out, I was given a weapon. I'm about to just... And I opened the door to a new area called the Alchemist's Bridge. Which here I fought a main boss called Mad Donkey.
You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You're their maker, practically their father. You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth. What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere.
I know you. Or more like, I know what you are.
What you
You're
trying to
the
do?
devil's puppet.
What you trying to do?
You can't sneak past me. Die!
What you trying to do?
I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge. This time it's destroyed for sure.
Hold on. Me liking it.
Cursed puppet! Back again? I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge. This time it's destroyed for sure.
So I'm just letting him.
Cursed puppet! Back again! I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
After taking him out, a few things happen. We finally see Geppetto and he calls his son. Her son.
Finally, we meet. Son.
I get another trophy.
It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this.
Geppetto says he's an inventor of the
understand
puppets
why
and
some
he should take
people
responsibility
despise me.
as their maker.
I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll
Then I'm
find it
granted
most
with a few
useful.
more things. I went on and found a new crack issue. Picked up a broken baby puppet doll thing, which belonged to the lady that was crying earlier.
What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
You either have two options, to either tell her that's a puppet or that's a cute baby. Bro, just listen to what she says when I told her it was a cute baby.
Kind one. You granted me my only wish. My sweet Elena. We're going to be happy now. Thank you so much, kind one. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude.
After giving her the puppet, our springs react. She ends up giving us a few things. Records could be played back at the Hotel Crack to obtain humanity. As I was making my way back to where I originally was, I got the Ultimate Defense Technique trophy, which is just breaking an enemy weapon with a perfect guard. I finally make my way back, and we all know what this means. A real boss fight is about to happen. But before it starts, remember those star fragments I was picking up earlier? I can use those for a Spectre, and a Spectre is just an ally who could basically help me in a fight. But here's me facing out the boss and getting the Scrap Watchman trophy. Yeah, it was this one. I didn't finish the demo because of this boss fight. I think it was the last one too. Christ. And I headed back to the hotel,
I
talked
picked
to
up
Eugene, was gifted another Legion arm, played the record, leveled up some more, went upstairs. Geppetto needed a favor, and that favor was to go look for his friend named Venini. And he gives us a key. And remember the quartz I was talking about earlier? These are things that help unlock later abilities. I would call it a skill tree, if you would.
Of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
But anyway, I traveled back to the courtyard, picked up Venini's guide, picked up a faded whistle, traveled back to the house, went back to the lady by the window and played the whistle.
Hey, that sound. Is that you, Murphy? I miss Zach and Sophie and Eric. I wish we could all play.
I traveled back to the courtyard and opened the doors to the workshop union entrance.
Here it is. Venini Works. Everything you see here belongs to Venini, the classiest playboy and most brilliant inventor in Krat. Just ask him.
While here, I took out a giant puppet and got a few items. Got introduced to the King of Riddles. I could use a guide for it.
City of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh. Congratulations! You've been selected from this cast of a little for an exclusive, obtrusive, intrusive transmittal from me, Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. I'm mourning. It walks on feet numbering 4 at midday, just 2, no less and no more. It walks on 3 feet when the evening arrives, and if you solve this, then I'll know you're alive.
The guide says.
Correct. Fantastic insights, caller. But not everything has to rhyme, you know. I'm not a caricature. I'm the king of riddles.
Found another weapon, opened the chest, got an item, a report, clearing out another mini boss, picking up a Legion caliber and a hidden moonstone, turning into another butterfly, which dropped a crank, and another stargazer. Moving on, I found another blade, got hit with a managing weight tab, found a black cat and bought Venini's landmark, picked up a few more papers, fought against this mini boss I was having a hard time with.
All puppets must die. Oh, it's the only way to be sure. All puppets must die. Every single one. I hear the sound of springs inside you. You're a puppet too. You can't fool me.
You kill me?
All puppets must die.
Yo.
Kill the puppet. How many do I need
Okay,
to kill?
that takes way too long.
How many, Leo, to redeem myself in your eyes?
Okay.
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil. I'm sorry, Leo. I was afraid to die.
Traveled back to the hotel to level up, opened up a door and got a coat and a quartz. The only way to open these doors is by solving the riddle the Riddle King gives you. And after solving it, he gives you a Trinity key. I faced off against this mini boss, which the game decides to now introduce the extension of heat. After taking him out, I had got an amulet and a hidden stone. Tried to face off the puppet of the future, which now the game introduced the effect of shock. Right. After taking him out, I ended up with some quartz and picked up my new favorite weapon. I finally made it to the true depths of the factory, which is where we find Venini himself.
Anyone? Wealthy and dashing philanthropist in need of assistance.
After doing some talking, he asked if we can help find his butler.
And a friend. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm.
I traveled back to the hotel, leveled up some more, and went on to fight the next boss. Now I could probably say this is probably one of the hardest well, not hard, but like one of the worstest bosses I ever fought. Okay. That second phase was like weird. No way I just did that. There's no way I just did that. There's no way I just did that. There's no way I just did that. Oh my god. Oh, I found the butler I was looking for, heading back to Venini. Traveled back to the hotel, got a grinder which helped with a special grindstone. Now that Venini was here, to my left was a machine that I was able to craft a Legion arm that now shoots flames. Leveled up some more, went back to the workshop and continued my journey. Finally made my way to the Moonlight Town with the Stargate. I rode the cable railway and made my way to the Path of Misery. Got presented with a thing called Wishstone, which are cubes that grant me special powers, if you will. Traveled back to the hotel, used 2 of my quartz, made my way back. This time it was of the basement of the cathedral. Found a Legion plug that can help craft or modify my Legion arm.
May I be of assistance? I can decipher this in moments if you'd allow me.
With also picking up a cracked supply box, headed down farther into the cathedral library, and there was a Stargate. So I walked around a little bit and found this lady who asked if I can bring this holy mark to help her live again. Roaming around, I found a few things like the Legion caliber and advanced crank. Found the talking animal named Aladero. He was asking if there are any places he could stay that are safe, and he had the chance to send him to the hotel or to Venini's workshop, which with all the puppets. I sent him to Venini's workshop, which helped with the so-called heart. So I got introduced to Red Ergo. So I bought all 3 weapons, found the diary, found the holy mark the lady was asking about.
Oh, thank you. Just seeing the Archbishop's holy mark renews my spirit.
And made my way to a wonderful boss fight. Straight action. All right. Okay. One, two. Oh my god, might be a phase two. Oh, maybe that's a phase two. Yeah, phase two. Oh man, I gotta start over. That's so lame. It's not even hard, bro. I'm just making mistakes.
before the greed overtook.
After taking out the boss, I went back to where the lady was and found a few items. I traveled back to the hotel and talked to Palladino and handed him the cracked supply box I picked up. You can actually shop with Palladino. You could buy things like the hidden moonstone, quartz, and even the red apple. Went to Vinny's crafting machine and bought another arm. Traveled back to the workshop to talk to the talking animal again and send him to somewhere else but the hotel. But he ends up going back to the hotel and I was able to buy a weapon from him. So I actually have to read a guide for this part, but what you have to do is travel to City Hall, equip the soft-tube wheel, throw it at like a puppet, and it's gonna drop an address. Which by the picture you can kind of tell where it is. But inside I found a few things like a new outfit and some quartz. Traveled back to the hotel, listened to a new record, leveled up, and traveled back to where I left off. I made my way to the path of Pilgrim. I came across a new weapon, which then led me to the Tomb Slums, which I found a wanted poster and had to fight against this mini boss, which dropped a key, and that key helped me unlock this door. I got this thing called the Resistance Converter. I picked up a newspaper and to a new stargazer. So Red Fox and Black Cat asked if I could be a distraction for them because of the Rabbit Brotherhood and their hideout is filled with treasure. I accept and listen to what he says afterwards.
How are you, dumbass?
I also found another riddle.
I stand tall and proud when I'm young and bold, but I'm short and humble once I've gotten old. What am I? That's right.
Picked up a house guy, a Legion caliber, and bought a new weapon and a new record. After answering that riddle, I went back and teleported to the cathedral and used the Trinity key that got me an amulet and a new outfit. But I traveled back and went on to face the Rabbit Brotherhood.
Right, demonstration time. Who wants?
Okay, hold on.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Mind if I attack it up? This is gonna be so much fun.
Delayed match.
This puppet's crazy! You'll pay for that.
Nice. After taking out the Rabbit Brotherhood, I went inside the bar and found a few items and a portrait of a boy that looks just like the puppet and get introduced with these gold coins fruit. And if I pick some, I'll receive some type of reward. And outside was the gold coin tree.
I never expected to see the gold coin tree in a place like this.
I went inside and gave Geppetto the portrait of the little boy and come to find out it was his son. I went on to talk to Antonia, which gave me the key to head out to the next quest. Here comes Isabel Street. I came to this old lady and she wants me to go find someone behind. On my way I picked up a poster, picked up another weapon, faced off against a boss named White Lady, which didn't give me a trophy. I went on and talked to Julian, and Julian wants me to remake his wife's belongings. Now look at these options, bro. One says fetch. Do I look like a dog? But anyway, I hit fetch. Found the wedding ring for Julian. Gave Julian the ring, but he asked me a weird question like, have I ever heard of a human and puppet in love? I lied and said yes. Got two things, a ring and an emote, and a little Easter egg, if you will. Oh, it's showing the no. Oh, collected 8 gold coin fruits. leveled up and got the trace and dodge ability for the puppet string. Used some quartz, upgrade my weapons, spotted a red apple, traveled back to the house and gave the apple to a lady named which was thanks to a guide I followed. Guy, but then they introduced this thing called disruption. Picked up one of Venini's collections, found some notes, a cryptic vessel, and the doors to the new boss. Hey, jump away. Get that shit out of there, good boy. What is that? I sold. How do I sell that? Easy as boss fight. Second phase? Oh, it's a second phase. Oh my god. I'm already having trouble with the first one. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, buddy. Oh my god. Thank you, holy king of puppets, king of puppets. Jeez, that took so long, like.
Incredible! You defeated the king!
After taking out the puppet king, I went back to the hotel. Found a note where Paladini was at. Paladini wants to know if we ever have met a puppet who loves a human. Now, of course, I lied and showed him the ring. Went back inside to talk to Sophia and got turned into a human. I traveled back to the house where I gave the lady the red apple and got a record and a locket. Traveled back to the hotel, played the record, unlocked the new Legion arm, handed over the Venini collection, bought a new weapon, talked to Antonio and lied to her, talked to Aladero, bought a new weapon from him, changed the outfit, handed Venini the cryptic vessel and got it back decrypted, went on to where the picture was at.
The Hotel Crot. I do love this view.
So I traveled to the house stage, kept exploring, found a new weapon. I finally made it to Lorenzi arcade, found the first key, used the key and got access to the first floor, which then led me to my next trophy. Across the rift. All types of dimensional some butterflies. Going down to fight this veiny boss, a new picture, a book, an underground passage key, a new weapon for the merchant. With that key, I used to open these gates, and also found a new weapon. Found an alchemical booster, a flyer, a crank, and a bottle of wine, which Gemini then reminds me of the old lady that was looking for it. So I traveled back to the old lady, gave her the bottle and wine, and she gives me a coin. I traveled back to the hotel to level up, went back to the arcade, and made my way back to the Grand Exhibition Plaza. Through here, I picked up a shark cartridge and made my way to the exhibition gallery and met a new person named Belle. She needs our help to escape. I also managed to pick up a new sheet of paper and a Legion caliber. I found another telephone with another riddle, a new Legion plug, some new documents, and another Legion caliber. Found some more documents and finally made my way to the big boss fight.
Welcome to my reign.
He can talk.
The champion!
Good thief to get work. Okay. You kick the cameraman.
Light to the followers of the truth!
Oh, buddy, relax.
Humanity must be born again!
Of course. I'm having trouble with this one. This is first for you. Who do you think he is, Bane? Oh my god.
The new world belongs to us! Humanity must be born again! It's their duty and their fate!
He said, mwah. No!
I dedicate this victory to you!
No! I got greedy. I should have waited. I had time. I could have waited.
Fight to the followers of the truth! The new world belongs to us!
Done. Bye-bye. Get him out of here. So I finally get the key for the Mercy statue gallery and got the respect emote to go with it. But with that, the gold coin fruit, I can perform a system reset. Things like my level, my P origin, and even my Legion arm. So fear is here as well. But behind the statue was a book. I traveled back to the hotel and talked to Eugene, who gave me a glove to give Alidoro. Back to Geppetto's office and saw that the nose got longer. Changed back to the original outfit and headed back to my journey. I came across Red Fox and Black Cat once again. They asked me for a gold coin fruit. I gave it to them, but only because you get a record player afterward. Now I've made my way to the Barren Swamp tramp station. I picked up a landmark guide, traveled back to the hotel, bought out half of Paladina's store, collected some gold coin fruits, got a cure for Anatina. I gave Paladina the cure. I went back to the swamp, got introduced to electric shock, got a Legion caliber, found Aladero, bought a new weapon from him, and gave him the glove that Eugene wanted me to give him.
A gift for a rescuer. From a technician girl. These gloves are a mess. They don't even fit. Is this a practical joke?
So I traveled back to go snitch, but I ended up lying to protect their feelings. I traveled back to the swamp, found the new weapon, found the broken puppet, and only to know how to feel. But the only way to do that is to emote in front of it. I only had the 2 of the 3 that I needed. I found another Venini collection, found some more papers, knocked out his child, took his mask, found another Legion caliber, and another weapon. I ran into an explorer called Hugo, who gave me a wanted poster of Arduro and an old cryptic vessel. After talking to him, I found the notebook and made my way to the boss fight. He knocked out the camera. There's a second phase. I just gotta get ready for phase 1. Get him out of here. Finally, bro. Oh, that took so long. Oh my goodness.
I knew you'd do it.
Shut up.
Finally, the last hero weapon is in my hands.
That took so. Y'all don't know how long that took. Oh my goodness. So after dealing with that for a couple hours, I went and found a notebook, made my way back to Krat Central Station, found a blood letter, and teleported back to the hotel. I handed over the Venini collection, talked to Venini himself, and got a golden lead acid battery. Talked to Antonio, and this little cutscene played. talked to Aladero and bought a dragon sword, talked to Belle, and she asked if I can help find her partner, who was last seen at Krat Central Station. I traveled back to the Swamp Bridge to talk to Hugo and told him about how we confronted Aladero about the Wonder Poster. I traveled back to the hotel to talk to Palladini and buy a new blade. Talked again to Venini and got a vessel that got clipped. I traveled again, but this time it was to the Path of the Pilgrim. Here I found a slump resident key, which led me to get another amulet and another Legion caliber. But then I traveled back to Krat Central Station, found a new weapon. I found this infected man, which was Belle's partner, that gave me a letter at the end, which made me want to travel back to Belle and tell her what happened. Now I was supposed to pick the other answer, and behind the other answer was the trophy, but I kind of messed up. But I traveled back to the station and had to fight this little weasel.
And if I don't want to die, I just wanted a full belly. That's not so wrong.
I found another one of those rooms that got an outfit and an amulet, but I went outside to the plaza and found another new weapon, made my way inside the home and found a new book, and the merchant, which I bought the Legion caliber, a new weapon, and a booster to help with the fruit tree. After then, I opened the doors to the collapsing Krat. Here I found the leather, a new heavyweight frame, another new book, a special Krat supply box. Traveled back to the hotel, gave Paladin a special Krat supply box, bought a cryptic vessel from him as well, which in return he gave me the vessel. So I traveled there with the gate already open, but in there was a notebook, some star fragments, some quartz, a new blade, a new record, and a new outfit. I went back to the hotel and actually checked out the portrait from earlier, but I went to use some more quartz and got a trophy. Went to Sophia, leveled up some more, went to the gold coin tree and got some more of that, went back to Clap Street and made my way to the boss entrance. Oh my, I can't even get a swing on her, bro. She said, dead. Yeah, I'm finna take a break. Okay. Hey, God, get him out of there. Now. So I finally cleared that boss, found another phone, got another key, used the Stargazer to go back to the hotel, but Gemini said the Stargazer wasn't working, so I had to walk there on foot. Upon trying to make it back to the hotel, I had to fight the Parade Master, but this time it's corrupt. What was that? You said, oh. My mic stopped recording, but that's insane. You got my trophy? So after taking care of that little boss fight, I made it back to the hotel, and boy was things different. Sophia says Geppetto has been kidnapped, and everyone went to the office to hide. Also that there's a secret passage, but only the old lady knows it. But before doing that, I traveled back to the Central Station Street and went to the telephone. So I made it back to the hotel and opened the surprise box I got from the King of Riddles, which gave me a key. But finally, I make it to the office, talk to the old lady, and she says there's a passage behind the portrait. You just have to play a special chord on the piano, which also gave me an emote. I made it downstairs, bought a few things for Palladina, went to EUGENE and upgraded my weapon to the max and got this trophy. I went to the piano and played the chord. And here I am at the relic entrance. So down here I got a new blade, a new Legion caliber, and a surprise visit.
Accept your fate. Death has come for you.
Oh, wait.
even if we're just baits to buy time. You're going. We're getting revenge together. Die, Geppetto's puppet. We are death.
Oh my god.
We are your final judgment.
After dying so many times, I went back to the hotel to try out a different Legion arm, but ended up getting a Legion arm collector trophy. I also collected the strongest Legion arm trophy.
Big Brother always looked out for me.
Should I have trained harder?
Maybe when we couldn't save our brother, as with our fates.
After taking them out, I had to go back and talk to Venini. He wanted us to listen into the waveforms to see who was behind the puppet frenzy. I traveled back to the combat field, saw Aladero, ended that man with him dropping a cryptic vessel. Inside the box next to him was the Venini collection, so I moved along and picked up a portrait of a submarine. Took the submarine to an island, talked to Sophia who says her real body is in the upper part, found the Stargazer, went back to the hotel, talked to Venini who gave me the King of Puppet message, but I handed him the cryptic vessel, in which I got it back decrypted, which the message goes to Eugene. So I went to Eugene and she heard that Aldero was dead, but she wanted to know how he was really like, and I just told her he was a talented stalker, which then gives me a record. So I played the message that the King of the Puppet left, and basically it says he was Carlo's best friend. I traveled back to the seaside and got the new book. I made my way to a boss fight and I had no idea how to fight. I did end up looking up a guide for this boss fight because I really didn't know how to defeat this boss. Is he supposed to be that tanky? Imagine listening to that. Jesus. After taking out that boss without getting a trophy, I encountered on a ladder another old looking book, a new weapon. I found one of those doors, but this time it was something different inside.
Oh my, an actual factual guest.
He asked me when I found impression, and that was whether if I was a human or a puppet. I picked human and got a new outfit, a quartz, and a toy. Now I think I did messed up because at the end I was supposed to get a trophy, but I didn't. Later on, I found the person named Test Subject 826 and got the emote Happy. I went back to the broken puppet and showed him the last emote and got a quartz. I traveled to the hotel, but I had to open the scandal book and then talk to Veniti and got the story of the Prince trophy. I went back to the other wall, ran into Black Cat, and this man was telling me he had let me go for some gold coin fruit. So I cleaned him up and got the Black Cat mask, a new cryptic vessel, and made my way to a new boss fight. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Please tell me there's no phase. Is this a phase 2? No. No.
Worship Sermonic.
I don't even know what to do.
Worship.
That kills me. Oh my god. wasn't even recorded. Gotta love technology, bro. It is what it is. Oh well. I uploaded my save file to the PlayStation Cloud, teleported to Isabel Street, and talked to the test subject and bought a new weapon and a new outfit from him. Teleported back to the hotel and talked to Palladino, who says the old lady has passed, but at least I end up getting a trophy. Went upstairs to find a letter and a new record. Traveled back to the bridge. Went inside and saw my baby Sophia dying. Oh my god. Now I had to make a choice, whether to give her peace or let her live.
Help me. My energy is...
You're right. I think there could be other ways to save Sophia. Let's keep going.
Making my way through the castle and I come up on meeting Red Fox, who I actually took out first try.
To end this way. I suppose we villains never get to choose.
Now Count Geppetto.
Trustworthy father to you. I see. I have the courage to carry on because of you.
He gives me a key, found 2 dusty books, and started another boss fight.
This is Ergo. Is it not magnificent? Give thanks. Ergo is a gift from me, Simon Marnus, who will transgress even God.
I think there's a third phase. That looks nasty.
Show me everything you have, puppet of Geppetto. Sophia, what have you done to her?
I killed her.
I see the lies have gotten to you, puppet of Geppetto. Never caught. It's fine, I'm gone. But be warned. Watch out for Geppetto.
I finally get to see Geppetto, and he wants me to give up my heart, which I refuse. Watch out.
I believed you were a good boy.
Watch out.
But you insist on breaking my heart.
Which then leads to another boss fight. Like, I literally didn't just fight one.
You not me.
Now, I'll turn you break my heart, son.
Bye-bye. Get him out of here. Boy, out of here.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more. To resort to the lash, but there's no.
I was doing so good, bro. What the f?
So long to bring you.
Ah!
But there's no other. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more. Who knows?
The first puppet killer names. Jesus Christ, it took so
I know it. You're just a useless puppet.
man, kill his nigga. Free from the puppet strings. The ending. I did use the PlayStation Cloud to reload my previous save to get all the other trophies. I did have to fight the boss again, but I didn't mind because this game is just that good. But I managed to collect all the weapons and got this trophy. And I think the last one is the weapon upstairs. Go. This should be the trophy. I hope. Special weapon collector. Like all special weapons. After getting that trophy, I had to play the piano at Crack, but this time it was a different tune. Boy, nice with it. Look at the trophy. Hey. Getting that trophy had me realize I had to reload my save file from the cloud and get another trophy. This time I gave Sophie a piece and it changed my hair color, which I think looks like a real cool color.
Trapped for so long. So much torment. So much pain.
Right here. But I fought the bosses again, refused to give up my heart, but this time it was a different ending.
It's so good to see you.
This is crazy, Rise of P. After returning to Krat, there was a letter from Sophia, which led to another trophy. Did the whole process over again, but this time I chose to give Geppetto the heart.
You are a good boy till the very end.
Real boy, they call me about after. Oh, that's the real one. That's the human one.
This finally feels like family. Thank you for returning, Carlo.
Is this truly the future you wanted?
After returning to the hotel, I went upstairs and got a letter from Geppetto. That was the letter. I started my new playthrough and went on to get the remaining trophies I needed. The first one was called Strongest Special Weapon. Lord, I'm not ready. Strongest Special Weapon. Special weapon to its max level. The second trophy I got was the Normal Weapon Collector, and that was just to collect all normal weapons. Normal Weapon Collector. Collect all normal weapons. Now this next trophy I could have gotten my first playthrough, but I messed up. But this one was just to discover all Trinity Sanctum. And of riddles. Discover all Trinity Sanctum. This was literally right next after the last trophy I just saw. For this trophy, I had to try to assemble a weapon. So I met with EUGENE again, but this time I tell her, no, Alodero, he was Eugene's older brother. But not only does this give me a record, it gives me a trophy as well. I had to decipher all cryptic vessels and claim the rewards.
I always welcome... Oh, how long do you think it will take me to decipher it? Time me. Ecco! All done and all yours.
Oh, is it Mr. Frozen Feast? You like it? Looking forward to more discreet transactions, if you catch my meaning.
Siren Explorer. Decipher all cryptic vessels and the reward. The last trophy before the platinum. It was best for me to follow a guide because you have to collect all these records like I've been stating throughout this entire video because they can easily be missed. You have to some records you have to buy. Here's me buying the last record and getting a platinum. Yes, sir. Last one. Golden Melody. There's the one trophy. There's the Platinum Lies of P. Obtain all trophies. Now, this took me over what? 100 hours? Just about. Look at that, bro. 96 hours. I had fun. I can't complain. I enjoyed my time with Lies of P, bro.